I expect a very enthusiastic crowd. It's a Saturday night race. I think that's a great thing. I think fans love night racing. I think it has something to do with all they do during the day, but nonetheless, they love night racing, and it creates a lot of enthusiasm. I think it's going to be a great event. It's going to be the inaugural event is always cool, and every driver always wants to win the first one because there's only one of those, and so there's a lot of pressure on everybody to go win that race. It's going to be, I think that racetrack's going to be really, really good for our series.
Basically, I can't say there's a whole lot of unique things that are going to come along. We have, 6 hours of testing the day before we have to race there. So that's certainly going to help us get a lot of information. And I try not to go with too many expectations. We try to plan from, say, our last mile and a half track and the things that we've learned with the car this year up to this point, and then a little bit of what we've learned from the tire test that Mark Martin did. And then as a driver, I'll just go in there and just start putting laps together and trying to figure out what we can do to continue to go faster as the weekend unfolds.
I think a small advantage. We've got that open test date, and so the guys like your Jeff Gordons and Stewarts and Jimmy Johnsons that may not have many laps there, they're going to get up to speed very, very fast. So I think that track fares similar to Kansas and maybe a couple other tracks that we go to that doesn't have a lot of banking. So we've run really well at those tracks this year, and I think Kentucky's a track that will have a lot of UPS presence, being the big Louisville Worldport right down the road. So I can't wait. I think that's going to be a fun race.
I'm excited about going to Kentucky. I like going to new places that we don't have history at. It's obviously there's a lot of the drivers that have run the nationwide series there that do know the track and know what to look for. But it's kind of fun for a lot of us that none of us have raced there really that don't run the nationwide series on a regular basis. So even though we've probably at some point in the last 7 or 8 years have tested there, none of us have raced there. So that kind of makes it fun. It's neat to go in there and not really have an idea what to expect. It always makes it fun the first time.
The nationwide cars that we've ran at Kentucky the last few years are going to be different now. So it's definitely a lot different car. Sprint Cup car to nationwide cars still, even though they're closer now. So it's going to be hard to say. We're going to have that test day up there Thursday, so all these guys are going to get laps on the racetrack. And you got to remember, I'd be willing to say at least 95% of them have been to the Kentucky before when we were able to test there. And a lot of guys do run a nationwide race. So I say I got a little bit of an advantage, but I think a lot of it's going to come down to getting your car good. I think my big advantage that I have is I just know what I need to make my car go faster. I know what I need to, when the race starts and all that. So I think that's an advantage that I might have there. But it's going to be a matter of the same old deal. Every other racetrack we go to is getting your car the best you can, and trying to start your race and knowing which direction the track's going to go.